I just don't think you're gonna fucking throw.
Hey! You've got 5 seconds to get off my land.
You heard her. 5 more until I stop missing.
If you had to hide away for a while and get the chance to use a safe house that guarantees you not to be found, but also defies the laws of physics, would you jump on it? Well, this is what our protagonists choose to do, but will it truly turn out to be safe? Hi there, it's Micha. Join me for this review if you like to find out. Joseph and Sydney are estranged siblings, both in need of cash. So they commit a heist together, with Joe providing the perfect hiding place to wait it out.
A magical safe house.
Now we wait for time to pass in our present, then we head back and make sure we're clear.
A house where you can move out of our regular timeline, literally hiding in a different time.
This is it. Come on.
However, they do not know how it all works. They just follow the instructions given in a notebook that was handed to Joe by one of his bar's patrons when she offered up the house. It soon turns out that it wasn't really her house to offer, because what was meant to be 2 weeks of hiding and reconnecting quickly turned into an indefinite stay.
Where's the key? There's gotta be a key somewhere, right?
There never was a key.
That is because someone blocked their way out and that mysterious person then reached out to them, communicating via a tape recorder that is placed inside of a vault. That way the siblings learn that the real owners of a house are not happy about the unplanned occupants using it for a purpose it was not intended for.
Hello.
You shouldn't be here.
After considering to eliminate their unwanted guests from the timeline, aka killing them, they come up with a proposal. If they help to get rid of someone else who is arriving there in the future, someone who is threatening their plans, then they are allowed to leave unharmed. The catch is just that no one really knows if that person will arrive in days, weeks, months, or even years. So how long will they have to stay? And how will it all end? The film has a truly interesting premise and provides some wacky ideas, with the way of communication between the parties being the most prominent one. While the mystery around the place kept me engaged for a good portion of the movie, and the solid acting also did their part, the novelty of a setup slowly grew old, and my investment in the plot dwindled a bit. It was never boring, it just didn't keep me at the edge of my seat. I guess I was expecting a bit more after learning that Benson and Moorhead were executive producing this movie, as their films so far never disappointed. And they recently wowed me with their work on Loki Season 2. And I guess you feel their influence here and there, but they were neither involved in scripting the movie nor in directing it. And after Benson even popped up in a small role, I thought things would be different now. Pun intended. But it wasn't.
You are working with them. You brought me here to.
Why would I do any of that?
The script apparently ran out of ideas in the second half, and though many things in the film were quite unexpected, the end unfortunately played out exactly as you would have thought from the get-go, which just underlined the lack of inspiration that crept in that latter half. It's a pity that the movie didn't make more out of its potential. One last call out. For reasons beyond me, the movie was screened at the Fantasy Film Fest with English subtitles, which wouldn't be weird if it wasn't for the fact that the language of the movie was English, and the actors were speaking very clearly, so there was absolutely no need for it. My best guess, they accidentally switched them on and then thought it would create even more confusion if they switched them off after noticing. Anyway, that was weird. And with that being said, let's get to the rating. Like I said, the movie was no dud. There was some truly inspired stuff in there. It had some great potential, but lost its way a bit in the second half, being topped by a predictable and uninspired ending. It wasn't a waste of time, but also not reaching the greatness it could have reached. Overall, it was still entertaining, so I'm going with 6 out of 10 points for this film. Maybe I just have seen too many movies at that point, and you may still find the ending surprising. So keep that in mind if you consider to watch this one. You may end up liking it more than I did, which I guess is always the case. What about you? Have you seen this movie and disagree? Can you still enjoy a movie if the ending disappoints you a bit? Whatever you like to share, let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to like, share or subscribe. So much for now, see you next time, and thanks for watching. Joseph and Sydney are estranged. There was some truly inspired stuff in there. I guess I was expecting a little bit more after learning that Benson and Moorhead were executive producing.